So you've decided to leave the family that you work with, whether that's because of irreconcilable differences, the children have grown, or you've just decided it's time for you to move on. How do you write your letter of resignation? First things first, look at your contract. Contractually, do you need to give 2 weeks or a month's notice? And if so, do. And if it's not stipulated in your contract, I recommend you give at least 2 weeks notice. The next thing to think about is if you're in an unsafe situation and that's why you're giving notice, do you need to make arrangements to keep yourself safe when you give your resignation letter? Do you need to make sure you pick up your last paycheck before you give notice? And do you have the financial freedom to go without a few weeks' pay, just in case your family ends your contract or finds your replacement before you planned? And once you've thought about all of these things, how do you actually write the letter? First, open with some sort of praise. For example, you can say, "Dear family, it's been wonderful working with you and your children for X amount of years, and I've loved having the privilege of getting to know you and your family." Then state the reason for the letter. "Unfortunately, I am unable to continue on in my capacity as nanny for your family, and so I'm giving you 2 weeks' notice of my resignation." Here you can also include the reason why you're moving on, or not, however you feel most comfortable. Then state your projected ending date. "I anticipate my last day to be month, day, year, XYZ. And if this is a flexible date for you, you can say, "I anticipate my last day to be sometime during the week of XYZ, and you may choose the last day." Then state that by a certain date, you should have all outstanding payments settled. If it's by your last day of work or a week or two out from your last day of work, that's fine. Just make sure you have this in writing. For example, as of XYZ, month, date, year, I will expect full payment of the last week or 2 weeks of pay, and at that date, our contract will be ended. To finish the letter, you can restate how lovely your time has been with them, hopefully, and if your experience has not been that good, you could still say, "I've appreciated my time working for you and have taken on the challenges of your family and helped in whatever ways I could." And in closing, make sure to thank them and send your best regards. For example, "Thank you for this opportunity. I send you good luck and all my best wishes for the future." Bonus, if you have a great relationship with your nanny family, you can say that you're willing to help with the arrangements of finding a new nanny and training them. And if you've previously talked about it, you can say you're looking forward to seeing the family and maybe babysitting for the kids in the future. As for actually giving the letter to your bosses, depending on your communication, you can ask them for a quick minute before or after your next day of work and hand them the letter. Or if you don't have great lines of communication, you could email it to them, leave it in the mailbox or on a kitchen counter for them to read. If you do this, however, make sure you take a picture of where you left the letter and make sure you have an actual copy of it for your records. And that's it. I know sometimes retiring and moving on from a family can be tough, both in the decision to do so and actually leaving a family you've grown close to. So if you're going through that now, I hope everything's going well. I hope this helped, and good luck to you. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day. See you next time.